Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gamecocks will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Tuggle. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Looking for room, it's Robinson. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Runs through a tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Gets it out of there for the first time today. And didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Offense set on 1st down. Out of the gun to give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he does a really nice job. space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack to the gun. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
The Gamecocks are on the move.
Slide 22, Spire.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're looking to pass from the red zone. The sure hands, it's Harbor. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it! Touchdown, South Carolina! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Handoff to the fullback. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone. Reward him. Now he'll block harder, and he'll block longer in the future.
Johnson wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. South Carolina 7, Georgia 0.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's...
Off he goes! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage blitz.
Pressure coming. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
Give to the running back. Still running at the 40. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Going up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Jacobs.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Getting some heat. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Snags it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw. And he will score! Touchdown Gamecocks! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's Harbor. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
To the air, it's Sellers. Finds his man down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. They move the tight end all over. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Gamecocks are threatening in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Snaps it in the shotgun. Got it! Touchdown, South Carolina! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Turns it loose. Ball in the air. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And they can't make the connection. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and well, it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time. And obviously this offense has had their way, getting a huge lead. And now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
On the run, it's Thacker. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the pummeling has started.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Sam Houston. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Johnson wants to throw it, trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. You got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that? you don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide out in motion. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Shoots it to the left. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That last score sort of like the finishing touch on a great meal. They are oh so close to tasting victory and getting ready to kick it away again. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Carolina 41, Georgia 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. And the Bulldogs get it past the sticks.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball down the field and
going for it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
This feels like four-down territory, third and short from the 40. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Firing to the right, complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Schwab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Gamecocks are in the red zone. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Got a man. It's Schwab. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Coming up, fourth down.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Finds him out of the backfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the punishment has been extended. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the right. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Trying to slam in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he breaks into the open. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Carolina, 55. Georgia, 7.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target, and getting the completion.
Setting up the screen. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
He'll pull it down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
Snagged on the outside, it's Jacobs. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field, too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted